The new mold values that they're trying to use.
Maybe we can try that one too. I did some, but not that vigorously, so we can do that one. So
I
we
feel
can
like-
see how it's going to work.
Because, I mean, you've done the decomposition lab already.
Yes.
I know you just started the lab
I did it
today, but your
today,
kids
yeah.
did the writing portion already?
They did it.
Oh,
But
how's
the
it-
point is that balancing
it-
part, they just wrote the equation, they did not
Balance
balance
it,
it.
okay, I was just gonna say, how
I had the
successful were
paper,
they in
they
the
did not
answer of
balance
that
it.
question?
So they, just jump back, they can write successfully the equations,
They could write the equation,
but
but
not
they
balance
cannot,
the
they
equation.
do not like, I don't think they intentionally did it, but they
They
probably
forgot, they
forget
didn't know
to.
that they had to. do
Even
it.
though I said balance
But
equation.
I guess what I'm jumping back is, one of the steps in this process is actually writing the equation at all, right? Or is that no longer part of the curriculum?
No, this is a part of the curriculum.
Yeah.
And are they successful at writing the equation?
From what to write the equation, yes, they're successful. Because they know how to make the chemical form.
I mean, yeah, because,
Then you-
jumping back, if they're sort of not really strong at writing the equation, they're never gonna be able to balance it.
No, they can write the formulas
Okay.
very well, so that part is good, because we
Okay.
spend substantial amount of, so I think we need to spend more time.
Okay,
That is my.
More time
thing.
is
It's basically.
And different strategies,
Time
what
is really a
you
factor.
did, what I did, I'll be using that for my honors classes too.
Cause you know what, Muna, I feel like really the kids didn't have, like more
Patience to
experience,
do
like
all that.
they need to be exposed to all sorts of problems. Just like what I said, double displacement problems, how to balance
Well,
equation that involves
yeah.
double displacement, how to balance
Yes.
equation that involves combustion. No problem when it comes to combination or synthesis reaction, cause it's pretty easy for them. And also like single replacement, they figure it out, but double displacement, combustion, those are the two that they
And
need
then
more
the other-
experience.
And the other thing too, I didn't think about this, but
Mhm.
Mr. Iras, my ESOL para, he was talking to the students and he was talking about how if you think about a menu at a restaurant, and let's say you wanna go order a burger,
Mm.
That's
right?
good.
Okay, the coefficient is the number, the quantity that you're ordering of that particular menu item. And the kids that he was working with specifically on that, that kind of clicked to them in terms of
I mean,
what the
I'm
meaning
all
of
in
that
right now. You got
coefficient
me.
is.
I'm like a burger, okay,
So-
keep going.
But I'm just saying, like, 'cause
What's
some
on
of
this
my-
burger?
because some of my kids work at
Has it got bacon?
restaurants.
You're
so
making
because-
it real, that's what's great
Yes.
about that.
Right, and then
Yeah.
and some of my kids work at restaurants, so you know, so he's having a conversation, okay, we work at a restaurant, and you know, so someone comes and they order a what, and you know, they would, whatever they were ordering, and be like, okay, well, if they're ordering so many of them, what would you do? Oh, I put in the computer, they ordered 2 of this item. Well, that's exactly what those coefficients mean, it's talking about how many you're ordering. And not that I assessed them after he had that conversation with them, but he seemed to imply that the kids had a better understanding of what that was, as that he worked on other problems with them.
That's great.
With that
I think that's great.
relationship,
So make a connection with the science and their personal life, which they really love to eat, just like Mr. Ray like to eat the burger, so we can do that too. But can we go back a little bit of our data for interim, because I really think we need to do something with those kids. And I want to say my SLOs, what I know it was something absurd I started with, attendance issue. You saw the kids the last time they was leaving? They
Yes,
said, Dr. Orion, thank you so much to let me do that for that boy.
okay.
5 times I called parents. Is working. Is working. And he's at least started coming to the school, at least started coming to the lunchtime with me. So I think, I know parents was maybe, but I still working on that. So it's working.
Yeah.
My SLO stuff. So this kid is not in there, is in one of them here. Okay, so what we can do to make their grade from E to at least C.
So,
So let's start from there so we can
So
come
are
back
you-
there.
are your findings, in the calling home about attendance, are you getting successful, like, when I say successful, I mean,
Past
you're
3
actually,
times, no.
I was gonna say, like, you're actually getting a return conversation from the other end.
Let me tell you that.
Okay,
First 3 times,
Yep.
no answer.
okay.
No, not even a one email call back, nothing. I don't know what I'm talking with, probably in the wall. Again, I call on 4th time. Okay, then somebody call me back, not call me back, send me email back,
Yeah.
and I have that email, I saved everything, okay? They said, why are you calling all the time? Okay, so I feel like the parents is not happy my calling.
Right.
Okay, then I got the
That's
parents.
when you know you're getting through.
Okay, no, then listen, the
Right,
conversation
yeah,
I'm telling you, the word conversation was not very, very nice. I was a little scared, probably it's gonna come back to you guys, that conversation.
Okay.
Then I said, you know what, you care about your child the way I'm caring about your child, probably more, because this is your child, and I care about your child too. I want your child to be present, physically present every day in my class, so I can do something for him, and I know he can do it. So I saw the tone is changed within a second, and I started seeing the child, he started coming every day. The child never gave it to me, the safety contract, last 4 labs, he couldn't do it. Maybe Mr. Reese came on that day, they saw some students,
you had
I
two
did not
kids
let
that-
the student to do
Which
the lab.
is unfortunate, but the only way you can handle that scenario.
Okay, so, but the child today came with a safety contract before class and told me, Dr. Wait, this is the safety contract, I'll be doing that today. So I think
Yeah.
it's changed. I know the parents do not like sometimes, they have so much work to do, bothering me too much,
I had success
But it's what-
texting parents,
is working.
Which is what, so with the ESOL,
which I suggest,
I've been doing that, and I've been doing just Google Translation to translate my conversations with them. And very rarely do I get any kind of return message from my parents. Last Friday I spent 2 hours after school trying to contact a bunch of parents. And this was the first time I was actually having conversations via text with, I wanna say at least 3 of the 7 parents I had contacted. And one kid is showing up to school just not going to any of his classes, and his parents don't know what to do about that kid because they just can't figure out why he doesn't want to go to his classes. They know that he's here, he's just not going to any of his classes. And so it's a situation like that, and it's like,
They actually know that he's here in the building, or he just leaves the house, right?
he leaves the
Great
house,
knowledge.
I've seen him
Okay,
sometimes in the class, and I'd be like, oh, you weren't in class today, but I'd like to see you back in class tomorrow. Oh, okay. And then the next day, not here. And so, yes, you're right, it could be that he is here some days and not going to class, and other days he's leaving the house but not actually here physically in school. That could be the case. And then I'm also running into the situation, a lot of my kids have court dates. And so they're out for school
Yes.
because of immigration court, so they're out
Yes.
frequently because of that. And I had a
Yes.
really nice conversation with one of the moms, and she thanked me so much for talking about how positive, her daughter is one of my only students who actually comes and makes up the work when she's absent. She's brilliantly smart, and I was telling her, and she thanked me so much for being so nice about her daughter and the experience. And ever since then, yes, her daughter still has immigration court, but she's been coming to class much more often as a result of that. So yes, having the conversation back and forth, it's the ones that you can't get the parents to respond
All of
to
them,
you.
no, we
That
cannot reach
is-
everybody, but we
right.
can reach certain people, that's all I can say. I mean, a lot of patience. when you
Because
can-
I have, from my
Yes, okay.
E's up there on the board, my 7 E's come from students who actually are coming to class at least, I have 2 or 3 kids who haven't showed up at all this freshman period, so I didn't include them in my N number. But of those 7 students in mine, they're mostly attendance-based things. And now that we have the AIP, I was able to at least talk to 1 or 2 of them to say, hey, I'm putting you on an AIP, this is why, let's talk about some strategies. But they all have their own issues that they're dealing with, and unfortunately, even being on AIP, I don't know how successful they're going to be in order to make that E turn into a T or a C. And so that's where I'm struggling, because it's not that they don't want, a lot of the kids, they want to be here, but there's these outside influences that are causing them not to be here. Work schedules, they have to take care of other families. And I know the attendance committee has definitely been successful in trying to change schedules and helping them out figure out how to navigate around that homeschool balance. But not every single kid has that ability, and that's the part that I'm struggling with, because trying to then get them to make up the work is very, very challenging. So,
let's come up with the 3 strategy what we'll be doing next 4 weeks. Let's see how much is changed. How about that?
yeah,
And I heard a lot about, the D's and E's, and we looked at the data from the balance in the equation, and we talked about some of the strategies we're gonna implement to go back. But we have a number of students in the classes that already get it, right? And they're
Yes.
doing well, so then the conversation needs to be had, what are we doing with those
Now,
students?
yes.
yeah.
To be
While
successful.
we provide
The
these
success, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, right, we should be at, if you were to remove the chronic absenteeism, let's say, if you could look at this, we should be at under 5% Ds and
Right,
Es.
so can I talk about another strategy I just tried?
Just three, we come up with the three, we cannot go all of them, because we
Oh,
have
yeah.
about 4 weeks left over,
Yeah.
what we can do,
Oh,
these
yeah.
3 strategies can make that at least 50%,
Oh, by the way,
That-
time check, it's 1:30.
yeah.
So let's get our last thoughts in.
Okay,
Yeah.
so can I just, I tried to do a self-paced lesson for the last 2 days with my ESOL kids. We were doing mole mass conversions, just regular use your molar mass, multiply by, whatever. And so we did a day where I did notes and I modeled, and then I gave them a separate sheet of independent practice. And I told them yesterday, the goal is to have your 6 problems done by the end of class today. If you finish early though, you're gonna go on to this self-paced guide to look at how balancing equations and the concept of moles are related to each other and things like that. So as kids finished one thing, I gave them another, and then they started to group the kids together. And so I kind of feel like having something to give the kids who are excelling at the academic stuff that we're doing, giving them more of a self-paced guide where they can be, okay, here's your next challenge. I want you to take this concept and try to do it with this new concept. And I had like a little blurb, read this first, and it kind of gave like the intro to the idea, and then showed them like a sample problem. So just like they were reading a textbook, put in a packet form, and then practice. So they could still ask questions, but that gave me time to really sit down with the kids who needed the individual attention on the earlier tasks that weren't maybe meeting that academic mastery goal yet.
So basically so one strategy will be using self-space.
So,
But-
yes, it's like self-
Number 2, what is another strategy we'll be using so that kids will be successful? What is another strategy we could be doing?
Hands-on
Anybody?
manipulatives.
Hands-on manipulative, okay. Well, the hands-on manipulative for the only balancing equation part. I'm just talking about as a whole, the entering, so that our E could be dropped to less than.
Oh,
Another one that I
So
actually used,
what we should be
yeah.
doing.
another
Next
one
4
moment
weeks.
that
Yeah.
I have used last year that I haven't used this year is really taking advantage of those students who are really, like, so capable about the topic, and having them to be like a teacher for that, for that thing.
So that is our SIP goal.
Yes.
That is a discursive discourse. That I always do in my class.
Yeah,
In my
but
class
more
always.
so, not just the I know that the student to student discourse, but more so really, like giving, like those students who have, like those who have really mastered the concept, like be the teacher and give them the material.